Say hi, Koa. Hi, guys. This is Koa. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to my enlisted to ensign journey. If you're watching this around the time MECP packages are due, good luck. I know exactly how stressful this season is because I was in your shoes not too long ago. Putting together a MECP package is no joke. Between prerequisites, volunteering hours, all those interviews, the shadowing hours, the letter of recommendations, it can easily take up years, and mine took 2 years, literally. And today I want to share one of the biggest decisions I made during that process that I'm so thankful about. I applied to both. I applied to MECP and NCP, and I was active duty while applying for NCP. And not a lot of people knew that. They thought that NCP, which is Nurse Candidate Program, is only for civilians. If this is your first time hearing about NCP, don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll understand what it is and how it's different from MECP and why I think it's worth knowing about before you submit your package, or if you're just waiting for the selection. This is gonna be my first video on YouTube, so I know all of you will be new here. My name is Ira. My enlisted or my government name is 82 Diwata, the only Diwata in the Navy, in the military. I'm an enlisted sailor right now. I'm a mom, and I'm a mom of two. On the first seconds of this video, I was holding my 3-month-old baby, Koa. And I'm chasing my dream of becoming a Navy Nurse Corps officer. I figured if I'm going through this process anyway, I might as well bring you guys along, because this series is going to be everything I wish I had when I started. From applications, paperworks, nursing school, balancing family life, finances, and hopefully one day commissioning as a Navy Nurse Corps officer. So why did I apply for both MECP and NCP? Honestly, because I know how competitive MECP is. My package was literally, like I said, 2 years in the making, and I worked really hard for it, and I felt good that I was going to be selected. But here's the thing, a strong package doesn't guarantee selection. Come on, I was against Carmen, and I'm in the Asian community. No, I'm just kidding. Every year there are amazing sailors who don't get picked, not because they weren't qualified, but because there are only so many spots. So I asked myself one question: if plan A doesn't work, am I willing to wait another year to submit another package, start from the scratch? The answer was no. I want to become a Navy nurse as soon as I could, so instead of putting my eggs in one basket, I built myself a plan B, another basket. That plan B was NCP. Now, let me be clear, MECP was absolutely my first choice. If I could stay on active duty, kept my pay and my benefits, and focus on just nursing school, that would have been the dream, right? But life doesn't always go according to our plan. It's according to his plan. But anyway, that's okay. Sometimes the destination stays the same. So sometimes you just gotta take a different road to get there. So MECP versus NCP, let's talk about that. Let's mainly talk about the difference between the two, because at the end of the day, both programs get you to the exact same place. You graduate nursing school, you pass the NCLEX, commission as a Navy Nurse Corps officer, and then you go to ODS, Officer Development School. Slightly easier than OCS, but same place. It's in Newport, Rhode Island, next to Maine, I think. So the only difference is the journey. And with MECP, you stay on active duty while earning your BSN. You continue receiving your active duty pay, your base pay benefits while you're in school, versus with NCP, you separate from the active duty before entering the program, and then you're a civilian nursing student, but you're in individual ready reserve status. So kind of like when you were in that program, DEP, delayed entry program, kind of like that, but different. So this program provides a monthly allowance of $1,000 each month for the whole time that you're in nursing school. Plus, you get up to $20,000 sign up bonus. So you get $10,000 about 2 weeks after your oath, and then your the other $10,000 would be when you're about 6 months in. So just like my MECP peeps, I'm going to use my GI Bill, and with that I'll be receiving my BAH. So I still receive my housing allowance while I'm in school, and then I get my $1,000 allowance, and I get 20,000. They're slightly different in that, like it's so there's a slight decrease from having my active duty pay versus while I'm in this NCP, but not a lot because you still get those benefits. The end goal doesn't change. The path just looks different. The reason I wanted to make this video before the reason why I wanted to make this video before the MECP selection is because I wish someone had told me earlier that there was another, like there was more than one path, one commissioning path. And when I was researching, I almost every conversation for commissioning to nurse corps was about MECP, and I barely heard anyone talk about NCP because they thought nurse NCP is only for civilians, and that wasn't the case because I got in and I'm still active duty. I mean, I was active duty when I was applying. Gosh darn, these freaking notifications. So yeah, I figured if you're spending months or maybe even years building your package, you deserve to know all of your options before you submit, because most of the things that's gonna be included in your NCP package are the ones from your MECP package. You just gotta change the wordings. But yeah, the most important thing is you know your options. I want you to know your options. So let's talk about if you're wondering what happens if you don't get selected to MECP. Okay, that's exactly what happened to me. That's why we're gonna talk about that in the next video, because I can't fit it all in here. I'm going to share the whole story, how I found out, how my family and I adjusted our plans, why I decided to become licensed nail technician before nursing school, and how we're making the finances work after leaving active duty. Honestly, it wasn't the plan, but looking back, it pushed me to learn a new skill, new trade that I'm genuinely excited about. I thought the first plan was just to do DoorDash on the weekends, because I only need a little bit to match my base pay. But gas prices, guys, I don't even have to get started on that, right? The gas prices nowadays. So if you're applying to MECP this year, I'm rooting for you sincerely. Good luck. I know how much work you put in that package, and I hope that hard work pays off. But no matter what happens, don't let one board define your future. There are different roads to the same destination. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is just the beginning of my enlisted to ensign journey, and I can't wait to share the rest of it with you. I'll see you guys in the next one.